Hello everyone, this is Unreal Noob and welcome to Unreal Engine 4 beginners tutorial. We are making an Infinite Runner game, and today's tutorial I thought let's make our first pickup. We have not made a pickup. Right now we need to make our first collectible power up. To make our power up we require a magnet, and I finally have had the time to finish the coin and the magnet. I'll link it in the description so you can just download it from there itself. Make a new folder called item, right click new folder and rename it to item. I'll double click on there and put these two over there. Everything is already set. All you have to click is import all, and once that is done it would show up like this. Both of these are white textures, so what you would want to do is just open up this texture, and over here under material expression vector parameter you want to set it to red, and that would be our magnet. And for this one we'll just duplicate this one. Let it be texture 1, and we will change the color to a bit yellow ish. Like that, yellowish. And we can put one to metallic to give us that metallic feel. It's a specular, not specular. And open this coin up, and over here let's just put in texture 1, so that is our coin now. And what we could also do is for this one in the textures, so once that is done the magnet is red and the coins, let us change our coins now. So in the actors in BP coins, let's just select all of these and change our coins to this one, and this would be of a bigger size, so let's change it to 0.5, 0.5 and 0.5, and they are back to the color we had them at originally. They serve the same purpose. They work perfectly fine with the new one, so we don't have to worry about much of anything. So in the coins one we would like to remove this print string, we don't need them anymore. And what we would like to do is add sphere to each of these, so let's just duplicate 4. One would be under each coin, and when they are, let's make the size of each of, oh my god, sorry, delete that. Yeah, we need sphere collision, not just sphere. So we'll just duplicate it 4 times, put it under each of these, and make sure that they are under each coin like that. And make sure the size of each of these is around 1500, so they cover up all the sides like that. So when you play it, just you can check it by show collision. Yeah, you could see the collision of each of these coins. They are rotating perfectly. No issues about these. Where did I die from? Would I die if I jump over this guy? Yeah, I would die. So yeah, maybe that was it. So anyhow, that works. So in the event graph, choose one sphere, and under on component begin overlap, we would like to do something similar as these. So for the first one, let's copy the first one and paste it over here. And from here, let's open up our PC ref player controller, and over here let's make B is magnet active. It would be by default, it would be false, but for debugging purposes, before we make the magnet in itself, let's just set it to true, so it's true at all times. So and PCRef, and only if the is magnet active is set to true, only then what we would like to do is we'll make a variable, we'll call it slide coin 1 and set it to true. And once it is destroyed, we'll set it to false again. And this event tick, let's bring it over here. Let's make another sequence over here, and let's make a branch, and if slide coin 1 is set to true, we don't need these, we do not need sorry, yeah, we don't have this over here in the first place. So if it is set to true, what we'd want to do is get the coin and get the player character, get world location, and do the same thing with this, get world location of the mesh, not the mesh, the capsule would be better. We want to vector interp in this over the get world delta seconds, and the interp speed would be, let's say, 15 for now. And if this one is valid, we have to check if it is valid. Only if it is valid, then we would set the world location of this to this, and sweep should be on. Make sure they are all movable. So let's check it out how that works. And the coin slides in, the first one, no matter where you are or how you are. So our power up works, the logic works perfectly fine for this one. So you do the same thing for the others as well. Let's do it with the second. Sorry, not from here, from here. Actually it could be from any place. Let's do it from here to this. and let's just duplicate this, call it 2, and this one would be 2. Let's do it for the 3. Let's make it all for 4. 2, okay, for 3, forgot 3. So the same thing for all of these. So everything is ready, and for this we'll just duplicate this to 3, duplicate, and this to 4, duplicate, and this should be 5. So 2 was 1, 2, this one should be 3, this one should be 4, this one should be 5. So make sure they are numbered correctly over here, and in this one we would have them on 5. Let's copy, paste 3, 4, and 5. Make sure coin 1 is now changed by 2. The next one is 3, and next one is 4. Sorry about that. No, wait. That was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was 3. 4. Yeah, 5. Okay, they're done, and let's change these as well with 2, then the 3, no, 3, 4, and this one should be 5. So once this is all done, make sure you have plugged these properly into all of these. So let's check how this one goes. So let's start. Works like a charm. As you can see, no matter where you move in a very fast way, it always comes to you. As you can see, there are no issues to that. It did collide with the enemy for a second, but it did come back to us, which is really good. We have to make sure that they do not collide with the AI. Let's see what the collision is set up for these. Overlap only pawn, so we just have to make sure that they are not pawn. Okay, yeah, no, we just have to make sure these are overlap all, or overlap all. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, issues with these. Yeah, they do not get stuck to the AI anymore, which is really good. So yeah, it no longer gets stuck. So we are done with this. So let us make our magnet item, and before that we want to go to the player struct player, and we'll make a new variable. We'll call it magnet duration, and it would be of the type float, and by default it would be 2 seconds. Let's make it 5 seconds for us. 5 seconds. In the player controller over here we'd like to branch off, and if it is active we would do once node, and it would reset to when it's false, and would do a delay and then set active to false. And from the player stats we would break this one. We just require the magnet duration, hide unconnected pins, and that would be it, to be honest. And now let us make, in actors, let us make the pickup. We can just duplicate the BP coins and call it BP underscore magnet. Open this one up. We do not need these. We would not require these either. We do not get this or this. We just require the first one. Retro pickup item. Let's see which one sounds. This one sounds better. I'll plug it in over here like this, and we do not need these either. We don't need this one either. From PCRef we want to set is magnet, set is magnet active to true. And let's delete all of these. I don't even need this. I'll rename this to magnet, and let's place our magnet over here. This one to be 90, like this. And so the work is done over here, and let's see. In the player controller, make sure this is false, and let's open up our project file, not project files, runner folder. Actors, BP flow, and over here these 3 boxes. Spawn coins, spawn enemy, spawn magnet. Let's just copy this one, paste it over here, and this one would be BP magnet, and in the event graph do we have anything else? No. Last spawn enemy. If it is false, then we would branch again. Yeah, not branch again from here. Let's random. Yeah. Let's do a select. Let's do a select. This one. And put on a switch. By default it should spawn coins. No, by default spawn nothing at all. 0 would be this, 1 would be this, and the other spawn would be random. Let's just get it, random integer in range 0 to 2, and in PCRef let's go and let's just duplicate this one. Last magnet spawned. Let's go back, and over here we do the same. Last magnet spawned. If it was more than, let's say 15, and we do the same thing over here as well. Last magnet spawned. We'll just increment it over here. And let's call in our spawn magnet, and let's set our spawn last magnet spawn to back to 0. So let us check our logic at this moment, and if our logic is correct, I will move to explaining what we have done today, just in case you did not understand the first time round. Our randomness is way too much, I would believe. Let's just make it greater than equal to 2. Only then spawn. It would be random integer in range would be 0 to 2, which is good enough. And let's see what that. Also, did we actually, like in the BP flow, did we make sure that this is what it spawns? Yeah, we did. There it is, it's below the ground. Okay, yeah, for 5 seconds we have our coins, and then it's set to false. Our coins are going below the ground, so it could be something related to the collision. So open this one up in collision, remove collision and auto convex collision, and set to apply, and that should do it. And also for this magnet we want to lower the size to be 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, and let's have this guy up there. And our coins are spawning correctly again. I would say they're still a bit below the ground. Should not happen, but yeah, we'll fix it. I pick up the coin magnet and they come to me for 5 seconds. And the timer is up. So what we could do is, like, in the player controller, let's make our duration default. Structure. Let's move to our structure. Let's make the to 15 seconds so we can see it at work a bit better. Seems to work perfectly by the looks of it, which is great. So yeah guys, it works. So this will be all for today's lecture, and right now I'll just explain it once again because it might be a bit difficult to understand what I did. So I'll just go through it, but if you are not interested in the explanation, you can just skip this part, and I will see you in the next one. For others, let's look through this one once again. What we did was, first we went to the BP coins, we added collision to each of these coins, and the same logic on begin overlap, we are making sure it is the character, and if it is the character we are making we are making sure if it is the character itself, and then we are getting if the magnet is active. If it is active, set slide coin to true, and if our slide coin is set to true, then it will make sure that the coin that we are referencing is valid. For the first one, for the slide coin 1 is the coin 1. So if it is valid, we want to set our world location to our player character, but we don't want to set it directly because it would just seem way off and bad, it won't look good. So what we did instead was used a vinterp 2. What vinterp 2 is velocity interpolation 2. So what it does is it makes the coin go from, let's say, one point. Let me just go through this. Yeah, over here. So let's say there's point 1 and this is point 2. This is our player and this is our coin. So what vinterp does is at every delta sorry what vinterp in itself does is it gets this location. This is x1 comma y1 comma z1. It gets this location and it moves to x2 comma y2 comma z2. So what it does is it moves to this, from here to this, from the current to the target over a delta time. The delta time is our delta seconds, so every second it just increments by 1, and not every second, it's every milliseconds. Okay, so and the interp speed is of 15. So the interp speed is the interpolation speed, the speed with which it would interp to from one place to another. And if it is 0, then it would just jump to the target. So basically that's what it does. It makes sure that it moves from here to here, no matter how it is. It does not like always take the straight line. It could move like this, whatever way it has to move, it would just move. The main objective of the vinterp is to move from this point A to this point B. That is the main objective. So it does that, and that is all. And then we already have the map, and then we already have this logic made for the coin, where if it is overlapping, it will just collect the coin itself, so which is enough for us. And I would do one other thing, is make this spheres to be 1000 ones. This is for debug purposes only. What I do is show collision, and 1000 is enough, to be honest, more than enough. So as you could see, like when I collected the coin, the first two did not come up to me, because this this magnet only picks up when the begin overlap is set to true. So let's say you are already in this, inside over here, this point is inside the collision of the first, and over here you purchased this you picked up the magnet. So the first trigger for the first coin would never like it was already false, so it would not like come back again. So what we could do is like just do this. Let's see if it would actually work. It might actually crash as well, so let me just check it from my part, and then if it works you can just have it. It did crash on mine, yeah, because it just goes into an infinite loop, because by default it is false always. So yeah, mine crashed. Okay, so don't do that for the coins. Let us go back to the coins and unplug these. We don't really want it to be that way. So in this over here, let's say we do not actually have it. Yeah, so there's no way better way at this moment I could think of to overcome that issue, but without that I don't think that would be much of an issue either way. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and if you learned something from it and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel because that really helps me a lot. Thank you guys, and I would see you in the next one.